people are not for you. They'll confuse you. And when they confuse you, they don't like you. A lot of people, especially men, just lust you for your body. It just blows dry my hair. It looks really, really, really thick. Okay, so I seen this video on TikTok. I can't find it. Where this guy was talking about how people are healing. Some people, this is why I don't judge people off of their body counts, especially men, because they be having a higher body count. They just lie. Stay away from people who act like this. They judge you for you having an OnlyFans. They judge you on a certain amount, and their body counts is higher. You don't want to be around somebody like that. Some people really believe, because toxicity and toxic relationship is on a thrive right now, where insulting people, and they want to see, and they're testing you. When they say something that's slick, or like, oh man, your skirt's so short, or whatever, you think you all that with your dressed up. They seeing if you like them more. And the more you keep pursuing them after they just gave you a backhand compliment, we can even go deeper, where if a mom is saying this to you after you did everything, pick up the kids, clean the house, you suck. Even to the point there was a young age where I'll hear you're ugly. Or when I was dating somebody else and I heard their parent told me, oh, you think you're pretty with that makeup, your makeup look good, but guess what? You're ugly. The lashes look ugly. Just like that. Do not take stuff personal. I realize when people hear a person expressing themselves, and I met this amazing therapist, and he's not my therapist, but he was doing a little get to know me before he picked the right person. And he just looked at me with these eyes, these lovable eyes, like, was so shocked that, because I'm like, because he was so shocked that everything I went through, that I'm supposed to let somebody weak break me. I'm supposed to let someone saying these words offend me. And he realized, he didn't even touch my hand. He just literally said, you know they don't like you, right? And it's because there's something different about you. So anybody seeing this video, you're going to be successful. You're thriving. Understand self-love. When people don't embrace the new you, it's because they're so used to the old you. Whether you had no boundaries, whether you would take them back no matter how many times, whether you was to them that you was a people pleaser, but you was actually looking out for them, cut that all off. You deserve the best love. You need to realize, especially for people who raised in toxic households, be your own best friend. Beyonce's song, What I Love, is like, I got me, myself, and I. And that's what I found out to the end. And you got to be your best friend. Because in being your best friend, simple. What would you tell your friend if they was going through something that you was going through? Okay, you about to be homeless. Okay, I got a car. I could go get a Planet Fitness or 24 hours. And I could shower. And if someone's bothering me, I could hide in a gym where it at least has cameras so people could know, hey, this dude is bothering me. You know? Never feel bad, because there's some parents that make you feel bad. They didn't even make you have a sustainable financial life and make you feel bad on what the fuck you don't have. Okay, that person is really sick. Stay the hell away from them. Next, have a routine, a workout routine. Make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure when you're helping everybody else that you do your homework. You make sure you're straight. You make sure your room is clean. Your bed is made. It really changed the aspect of your day in journaling. Okay? When someone's giving you a hard time when you're trying to, especially when I was like, where was their mom? Where is their father? Was their parents just writing them off like a tax write-off? Because why didn't no one talk to you about washing your face, doing your hair, having your toes done, like in a clear polish, or your manicures shouldn't look like a certain way. To me, I look at it like your parents probably didn't have no standards or self-love, because where's their class? And I realize why poor class always want money, and they don't realize change is good. Because when you get that money, don't you change? Don't you go for that car that you couldn't buy? That BMW? Don't you buy nice things that you never had? Aren't you changing your appearance? Ain't you changing the way you look, the way you talk? You have to see people for who they are. See if they're evolving. Never take anybody serious who was supposed to do something and they always fell out. They're insecure. Never take someone serious that never learned the language. They're not disciplined. Not one damn bit. I remember even my mom friends, they said, man, didn't you used to speak Spanish for 3 years? Yeah, I used to. And I'm going to get back into it. And I used to think I couldn't, and I focused so hard on learning that language. You are capable, no matter what situation you are in. And I'm so grateful I had a grandma where she allowed me to buy her car. I even told her she could have helped me just driving around, but she didn't want her car. And I didn't mind driving her around, doing stuff, because sometimes people just take it personal when someone's telling you what to do and they don't like it. I think I don't like someone telling me what to do when you don't have the best intentions for me. Okay? And lastly, don't be your own enemy. Meaning, just because someone call you ugly doesn't mean you start doing ugly things. Doesn't mean you take stuff and you hurt yourself. No. Because you're not ugly. Tell yourself every day. My friend mom used to tell her that when she really wanted to help her daughter's self-esteem and it helped her. Say that you're beautiful. And one thing this guy taught me that I think he liked me as a friend. Okay, nothing deeper, okay? Because he was just having a shitty day. People were just talking to him crazy, talking to him like he's not human, like he's just supposed to take a word. I asked him, how's his day? How you doing? Cool. He realized that people like that are very insecure. Because he said he don't care if people look at him ugly. He said there's always going to be that nice person that sees the beauty in me. And really it's not about looks for him. It's how people treat you. So this is really on how people treat you, okay? While everybody else is trying to be a playboy, act like they tough and bad, they really broken in the inside, okay? And like this TikTok video, I can't find it, but this guy was talking about how he really admires somebody who's healing and they choose to heal instead of sleeping with countless people to fulfill that void that won't never be filled. Passion, bad energy. Like endure being alone. I thought it was a problem, me not being alone. I think it was just people being around me saying that I can't do it and they know I could. So if someone's telling you can't do it, you can. The word, like Breakfast at Tiffany, that wonderful actress, she always said, the word can't has I can. The word impossible have is possible. She'll even take the M and change it to an S. Is possible. Impossible. It's all about your words, man. Because if these parents could keep on for years believing these toxic traits, oh, if you do this or if you waste salt, it's bad luck, all that. And some of it ain't even true. Most of it ain't true. So I want you to know, for my grandparents, I just say they don't know better and didn't want to do better. For our parents, they knew better. They just choose to just traumatize you. There is some people who want to traumatize you, and I'm not wrong. Watch this video get viral. You know what I'm talking about. Y'all know instead of being loving, they always do something to the oldest or the second. Okay? And you could believe, oh, it's because, you know, life is not perfect and they trying to make it seem like, you know, you have to have an unfair childhood. So life is life. Okay? Anything that life taught me, especially when my friend, he's a makeup artist, lost his mom. He was thankful that his fans helped him bury his mom. But it taught him about life insurance. It taught him about preparing and being a responsible adult and having things in line. Okay? And I'm okay that I, as a 25-year-old, had to be adults to some 40, 38-year-olds, even parents. Because I'm not trying to be better than you. Okay? You know, it's cool, like, sometimes when I hear it, like, oh, I could do it all. But sometimes reality, knowing when I was doing it all, you get drained. You get tired. You need breaks. You get hungry. Okay? I'm not here to, you know, and sometimes I don't even pay no mind because some of their friends be setting them up to fail. The ones that they love so much that really don't like them, don't want them to succeed. There's some people like that. They will give you make it seem like they leading you the right way and they not. Make sure you be your own leader, not a follower. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.
Listen to this.
Nah, sis, you're not crazy. Don't let that man convince you that you are either. You just peep game. You just peep the inconsistency, the lies, the way that his words and actions wasn't matching. A man is gonna call you crazy when he wants to leverage your emotional investment into him as a way to keep you blind to the disrespect he's been showing you. And sometimes he'll wanna keep you blind to yourself. Like, if you got in that relationship before you really knew who you were, like your value and how to love on yourself, a man could get comfortable bringing you the bare minimum. And then if you realize who you are during the relationship and you start loving yourself, so you require him to love you accordingly, that's the equivalent to you shaking the table that he got so comfortable bringing nothing to. So yeah, in his mind, it's like, hold on, where all of these standards come from? Where all of this self-esteem come from? What you mean I need to be accountable? What you mean you're gonna leave if I do this or talk to you like that again? You crazy. But don't let that spook you, because it's better to be the woman that a man calls crazy than to be the woman that a man thinks he can play with like she's dumb.
If you're a Black person, the relationship you have with your mom might be affecting you in some ways that you thought were normal or cultural. Let's get into it. A mother wound is considered having a mom that either was not there, either absent or passed away, or not emotionally attuned or available to you. And this can show up in Black men and Black women in different ways. Number one is the facade of perfection that comes from the mother wound. So in Black women, this shows up as trying to be the perfect spouse, perfect wife, perfect mom, perfect sister, perfect friend, perfect employee. Because often mothers that are emotionally unavailable, Black mothers are emotionally unavailable, that typically is because they're chasing that same patriarchal facade and that standard. So you're so busy trying to be a perfect version of all of these things that you end up emotionally unavailable to your children. And in Black women, we mimic that behavior and try to be perfect and also end up possibly emotionally unavailable. In Black men, this is why sometimes the standard is so high of picking a Black woman to be with. And you hear Black women say, oh, you want me to be like your mom, because that mother wound in him has him looking for that same perfection that his mom was trying to achieve. One of the other things that this shows up as is emotional mistrust. So if you had a mom that was always like snapping out or blowing up or whatever, what happens is you don't feel safe to trust her with your emotions because she can barely control her own emotions. So that can result in being emotionally shut down or not knowing how to create emotional boundaries in situations or in relationships, right? You can have anger that you don't know how to control, tears or anxiety that you don't know how to control, or you have a hard time trusting people with your emotions because that base was not solid. It also has relationship impact. So things like jumping into relationships that make you feel emotionally validated or needed. Again, Black women getting into situations which he needs me, it's a potential situation I can fix him, or Black men finding women that can fix you because you still feel that need for validation, right? It can show up as having anger when situations are not resolved fast enough. We see that happen in both Black men and Black women. That's why in Boondocks, they said nigga moments, right? Someone steps on your shoe, they don't apologize fast enough, now you're about to pop off and fight. We see this happen all the time. Also, being overly critical of people is something that comes from a mother wound. Think about it, right? Being emotionally detached or being emotionally burned out, right? So in my next video, I'll talk about how you can heal that, but it is important to recognize that if you had a mom that was absent or emotionally unavailable, some of your patterns in how you think or deal in relationships may not be healthy, but that's just the first step. Once you realize it, you can start to heal.
You know, sometimes your mind plays tricks on you. It can tell you you're no good, that it's all hopeless. But I've discovered this. You are loved and important, and you bring to this world things that no one else can.